Greetings, dear colleagues. It is the 21st of July and day 148 of the heroic fight in Ukraine, and we start the series of briefings in the media center Ukraine. July 28th in Lviv, we will have a charity event, the Warriors of Light, and I invite Natalia Kuzma to take the floor. She is the leader of the Stories Time project, author of the idea of a wandering exhibition of stories. And the first question: what is the idea behind this project and what's your goal? Good morning. On July 28th, the same hall that the First Republic will have a live event starting at 5 p.m. It's the Words of Light charity event, and we have 6 speakers invited. They will present their stories about today's people who are warriors of light at different fronts. It will be the story of a co-founder of Help the Front NGO. Andrii Kozinchuk, who is the military psychologist, will also share his story. The story of Kripikevich's granddaughter Ivanka Dymyd, who's icon painter. Volodymyr Mykhalyshyn will also share his story. He's a volunteer and language advocate, and 2 online stories from the frontiers of Topolia, who is a showbiz celebrity, now paramedic, and Viktor Rozovyi, Azov soldier. Also, we will have the Angy Kreyda band performance and Artem Loik. They will sing their songs at the event. This is a fully 100% charity event. All of the earnings will be donated to support the Ukrainian army. We will also have an exhibition of rarities from the war. We will also sell the embroidered shirts and very many other lots that you could bid for, buy, and donate this way. We also have workshops and master classes for children. Our partner is the art school, and the teachers will hold very interesting events for children. You can also fill in the postcard that will be sent to the soldiers. Our mission is great, and my next speaker and colleague Iryna Snitynska will share about later, but we started collecting the stories of victory, the stories of war, and this started the beginning of a larger partner. We partnered with the Voice Story Project, who also started collecting the stories of people living under occupation who survived different circumstances, and we would like to make it into a wandering exhibition. There will be photos with QR codes. You could listen to the story in Polish, English, or Ukrainian, depending on the country of the visit. Our goal is to show to the world the story via the voice of its participants. It will be a vaccination against the propaganda that tries to present a totally different and unreal worldview. So everybody who's ready to listen, we need the partner support. If you'd like to support our project, you will help us to achieve our great goal of sharing the stories directly from the people who lived through them, to collect those stories in Ukraine and to make the stories accessible to the people worldwide. Our next goal is to share the charity event globally and unite the efforts of different volunteers into one event. Being able to raise more money and to donate more money to the Ukrainian army. This event will be broadcasted via a Tvoi platform, so we hope that lots of people in the diaspora will watch, and we hope they will also donate so that we can help our army more effectively. Thank you. Right now, I introduce Iryna Snitynska, the founder of Stories Time, to share what is important about this project, what's unique today. Good morning. My name is Iryna Snitynska, and I founded the Stories Time project in 2017. Back then, and first of all, I won't really believe in the power of stories and think the only thing that we've got is our own stories. Then, back at the beginning, we witnessed that common people, we are not looking for some stars or charisma. Of course, they draw more attention and attract more attention, but first and foremost, we are looking for stories of the extraordinary people, and the X part is in inverted commas because these are actually ordinary people, and they share the stories what are actually apart and seems like a kind of a storybook, because people who witness their stories so fantastic models to follow, and they can see that the world they can see in social media that people try to highlight, it's always the truth that's more powerful, and those ordinary common stories are always more powerful. Now that we have a full-scale hot stage of war, we can see deeper goals. First and foremost, as Ukrainians, we need to know and learn our history, because within the last 100 of years, within the last century, lots of Ukrainians were repressed. But if you have a look at the modern contemporary times, not many people actually know what happened back then. So we need to share the stories of our contemporaries, not only to save these stories for the next generations, but first and foremost for ourselves to understand and to learn who we are, who our parents were, and what can we share with our kids, so to preserve those fantastic stories that happen at the moment. Our next goal is to recognize and understand our values, because the nation is and reflects their values, and we can understand them when we see what happens around. We can understand that we're brave, that we are strong, that we are ingenious. That's why we need to share the stories. And another goal is to prevent and combat propaganda, because have a look around. Not too many people understand what happens, especially abroad. So we need to share the truth of our people and what people live through. Another goal, as you all understand, that the world is losing interest into our world and into our war, but we still need the donation to rebuild the country and to further live on. Of course, in my mindset, we already won this war, and we need to start recovering. We need a lot of budget to do that. So for people abroad, to keep donating for charity, we need to share the stories. Thank you. As a reminder, we have a possibility to ask questions from the participants of the event today. My question is, since it's a wandering exhibition, what wanders and where do the items wander? Wandering exhibition presupposes that this is exhibition of stories that will wander around the world. Why do we call it Warriors of Light? We selected this title because everyone right now is a warrior at their own frontier and at their own front. The war makes the world black and white. We have the fighters of evil who are occupiers, and warriors of light who are the protectors. So everybody does something for victory in their role, whether they are a doctor, a journalist, artist, singer, or volunteer. So all of them, all of us are warriors of light, and that unites us. Event Warriors of Light is also an event where you could actually take a rest a bit, because all of us are fighting at our own battles, and my whole environment participates. Somebody volunteers, some people raise the donations. We're all stressed out, and this event is an island of calm and stability to rest a bit and to participate in our combat next day with more enthusiasm. And every time that we listen to somebody's experience, we could reflect that and understand what we feel as we live through that experience with the person who shared this story. So it's possible to reflect on where do we live to see great Ukrainians who create this victory and to participate in this victory more and move further on. When people buy a book with the experience of somebody else, they're not buying a book, they're buying that experience. But very frequently we understand that the person described on the pages is, well, somebody, but is it true or not? That's a question. But when you can see a live person and they tell you their own story, you understand that they could and you also can. So you will for sure find the hidden resources you didn't even know that you had. So please buy the tickets. That's July 28th. We have a Facebook page, an Instagram page where you could learn more information. And we have a contact information as well there. As a reminder, we are open to partnerships, partner help and support to achieve the best effect. Natalia means that we are open to financial donations. I will be very direct here because that's a charity event, but of course we will need to pay to the um, um, people who helped organize that. So we're very grateful for your support to raise more donation and to resonate in the world. Thank you. Please raise your question. If there are any questions, please just take the microphone and introduce yourself. Good morning. My name is Larisa Rozovyi, Perimeter Italy publication. We are very grateful for such a great project, a great idea. Could you please share what else could be helpful apart from the financial help? Maybe you need some help from volunteers in the organization. Maybe you need some support for the 28th of July. Maybe you need people who have lots of skills. And so on and so forth, or some certain skills, because within the last 5 months, all of us clearly understood that in our role, we perform not only, and we do not only something for ourselves or our family, but slightly, a little bit, we do something that serves everybody. So people know their skills. So what kind of people do you need? Thank you. I'll start, and Iryna will comment later on. It's very valuable for us to have information support and communication support because we need more and more people from abroad and from the diaspora. Um, Especially when it comes to contacts with the Ukrainians and people who sympathize and empathize with the Ukrainians. We need more people to know about the event, and we need the feedback so you could. A part of support is sharing the information about us and about how to support the Ukrainian army. Of course, visiting the event, of course, is also support. There are still some tickets left. Participating in the charity auction, which will also happen in social media, and then the second stage during the event. Write your messages using the postcards to send them to the fighters. And we specifically printed them on a more durable paper to share with the fighters. So share with all your friends in Lviv, in Ukraine, in the world, all of the journalists that you know, to attract more attention to our event and to other events that would follow. The participants of such an exhibition would be uh, uh, different kinds of professionals, like icon painter and so on. What is the unifying factor. If we are talking about our speakers, that's a great love to Ukraine, and that we're all warriors of light in our own role, whether by painting icons, of volunteering, or fighting at the front, but all of us are the warriors of light. Please, if you'd like to. Thank you. It was Natalia Kuzma, leader of the Stories Time project, of the idea of a wandering exhibition of stories, and Iryna Snitynska, founder of the Stories Time project. Thank you. Thank you.